Breaking news, Nigerians. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in trouble for the fourth time. National Assembly challenges his administration over foreign borrowing. Members of the Joint National Assembly Committees on Finance on Monday faulted the decision by the President Bola Tinubu-led federal government to borrow foreign loans, despite the fact that the various revenue-generating agencies had surpassed their targets in the 2024 fiscal year. Members of the Senate, Sani Musa and Obiado, led joint committees expressed their disavowal while scrutinizing the 2025 to 2027 medium-term expenditure and fiscal strategy paper MTEE FCF FSP, I meant to say. They wondered why the federal government should ask for a $2.2 billion loan this year when he claimed that it has gained over $20 billion as a result of the oil subsidy removal. Senator Adamu Alero, PDP KB Central, asked, what is the federal government doing with excess revenue generated by the various agencies in view of its unending request for foreign loan approval? By responding, the chairman of the Foreign Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Adedichi, said loans being requested by the executive were already part of the 2024 budget. He also said the National Assembly had approved the loans earlier, while they considered and passed the 2024 appropriation bill. The fact that we met revenue targets does not mean we should not go and borrow. And the reason is simple. The budget we have has both borrowing components and internally generated revenue components. So it is total package. Our borrowing target is there in the budget as approved by the National Assembly, he said. Advocating a similar reason, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Atiku Bagudu, said the federal lawmakers should not forget that the borrowing plans contained in the 33.5 trillion naira 2024 budget were primarily meant to fund the deficit, which is 9.7 trillion. He said, despite revenue targets surpassed by some of the revenue-generating agencies, the government still needed to borrow for proper funding of the budget, particularly in the area of deficit and productivity for the poorest and most vulnerable. He said, we have a long-term development prospective plan agenda 2050 aiming at GPD per capita $33,000. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edo, also explained to the lawmakers that borrowing was still needed for proper funding of the budget despite increased revenues made by some agencies. The revenue-generating agencies, in their separate presentations before the joint committees in the 2024 budget, performance and revenue projections for 49.7 trillion naira 2025 budgets made excess revenue target submissions in 2024 fiscal year. First to make the submission was the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, who said by 30th of September this year, customs have ranked in 5.352 trillion naira revenue, which was above 5.09 trillion targeted for the entire 2022 fiscal year. He added that 6.3 trillion was targeted as projected revenue for 2025 a 10% increase, of which would be the revenue target for 2026, an additional 10% increase for 2027 fiscal year. The Group Chief Executive Officer, JCEO, of Nigeria National Petroleum Company, Mr. Male Kyari, in his presentation said the company exceeded the 12.3 trillion revenue projected for 2024 by already ranking in 13.1 trillion. For the 2025 fiscal year, 22.3 trillion is projected by NNPC to be remitted into the federal account, he said. The chairman of FIRS, Adediji, further informed the Joint Committee that FIRS had surpassed targeted revenues across the various tax components. So he said, on the accompanying income, tax 4 trillion naira was targeted, but that 5.7 trillion had been raised now. On education tax, while 70 billion was targeted, a total of 1.5 trillion has been realized. All in all, out of 19.4 trillion targeted for 2024 fiscal year, 18.5 trillion was raised as at the end of September, which clearly shows that the target will be far exceeded by the end of the year, he said. So what are they trying to say now? So why are in fact, you see the people, this I don't know what to say. I don't know. These people are so corrupt. Federal government will never answer this question. You have made over 20 billion by removing oil subsidy, and you are borrowing 2.2 billion. What are they saying? Who are they deceiving? Anyway, we will see how this battle will go. But Nigerians, this is really very bad for the country. It's not a good story at all. I'm dropping it here, guys. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Share this video, let it go viral. Let Nigerians understand what is happening today in the Nigerian political landscape.